I am excited for today because Erin, you and I have I've seen you kind of come in and you've just been like a silent ninja. You're very humble with what you do. You don't boast or brag. You you win everything. Like even yesterday, I'm like, you're winning again if you want to be here. But it's not like most realtor stories.
Yeah.
So even when you sent me that last night,
Yeah.
I was like, wow, thank you so much for sending this because it really helped me with this morning.
Yeah.
And like you get anyone else on here, it's more of like, kind of brokerage hop and they're kind of finding their way. Where your story is way more emotional.
Yeah.
And it's like this, I mean, you had a totally different life before real estate.
I did.
And so it's exciting for me. So I'm excited to introduce Miss Erin, Mrs. Erin. What's your last name? You keeping Posey?
Posey. Yes.
Keeping Posey?
Yes.
Okay.
Keep and
Newly
Posey.
married.
Thank
Congratulations.
you.
Um, but I think everyone watching does have a story of why they got into real estate. And I wrote this so I didn't misspeak. But yours is one that really stopped me when I read it because before we talk about business, before we dive into this, I do want you to start there.
Yeah.
Instead of just going into like leads, appointment shows, and how to build your business is such like a cliche
Yeah.
review. So just a little bit about you, of like where you grew up, your family, and kind of what you were doing before real estate would be a great intro.
Okay. I grew up in San Luis Obispo, California, like one of the happiest towns in America.
Really?
Yeah,
I don't even know where that is.
it's in between LA and San Francisco
Okay.
on the coast. There's a great college there, Cal Poly. My dad went there. My husband went there. And yeah, it's like perfect. It's like 70 degrees all year round. Like just beautiful. And um, my dad worked at Hearst Castle. Do you
Okay.
know what Hearst Castle is? Oh my gosh. It's a historic house museum on the coast in San Simeon. So Hearst, the real estate,
Yeah, yeah.
not real estate, the media mogul. It was
Okay.
like his home and it's full of antiques. And anyway, he worked at Hearst Castle my whole life growing up. And so yeah, I had like a perfect childhood, really.
That's cool.
Yeah, it was great.
No trauma.
I mean, my parents were, divorced in the
Yeah.
north, but yeah, no, it was great. Still really lovely.
And then a little bit about your family. So you have two boys
Got two boys, 21 and 18.
and one you just put off to college.
What? So Logan, my 18-year-old, moves on the 26th. He's going to Adams State and he's playing
Okay.
football and
That's
lacrosse.
what he chose out of state.
Yep.
Okay.
He's going to be able to play both sports there. So he's excited about that. We're excited about
In
that.
smaller schools, you could be a dual athlete,
Yeah.
which is great.
Yeah. And that school is really geared for athletes.
Yeah.
From what I can see.
Yeah. I visited Adam State too.
Did you?
Oh, yeah.
So he'll have to live on campus, which I think is great. And then my older son's transferring to CU and he moves in on the 31st.
Gosh. CU's a great school. It's a good party school. That's what everyone says. But a lot of success comes out of CU.
Yeah. And he's like not a partier,
Okay.
So, and that was one of he actually almost didn't go because he was like not sure if it was a cultural fit,
Okay.
but his friends are going. He's got two of his best friends and they got an apartment.
Okay. I was going to ask.
Yeah.
The apartment's better than any kind of like house that they're sharing with a bunch of boys.
Yeah. They just picked it. I haven't seen it yet. They went and did this on their own.
Oh,
So I like set up the showings, but didn't go. So
yeah. You go. I do this a lot.
yeah, I know. I'm like, I see a lot of places. So, but he's like, it's not bad, mom. It's okay. So I'm sort of expecting a dumpster fire.
Oh, yeah. They'll be fine.
It'll be fine.
That's awesome. And then what were you doing before real estate? Like just before you have a cool history there.
Yeah, I was thinking about it this morning, even just how fortunate I've been in my career path because it was like an accident, like a happy accident. But
Mhm.
I worked in consumer packaged goods for 20 years. I worked in gourmet food, children's apparel, and then for about 10 years, natural cleaning products, then ultimately some beauty products.
Okay.
So, yeah, the Bay Area is full of startups and
Yeah.
really interesting people doing interesting things. And I just stumbled into it and I loved it. I think the way that products get to market and get in stores and get in front of consumers in our country is fascinating.
It is. My dad was always into like the manufacturing and was sort of an inventor. And
Okay.
he always had some warehouse just pumping stuff out that I had no understanding of how this was made,
Yeah.
what the process it had to get on a shelf
Yeah.
in like a Target or a
It's
Walmart.
wild. People have no idea about
Mm,
trade spending and all the trade shows you have to go to. And
uh,
like,
fabrics and
it,
this, that's crazy.
yeah, it's very, very complicated. And it was a ton of fun. I really, really loved it. And I
And
got
how
to,
long did you do it?
it's about 20 years over.
20 years.
Yeah. I started out working in gourmet food in my early 20s. And I was like the director of finance and operations. And I worked my way up from there.
Okay. And then you worked your way up to a C-suite
Yeah.
executive.
Yeah. So
You were the boss lady of boss ladies.
yeah, I mean,
Time.
gosh, it doesn't it when you're on a team like that, it doesn't feel that way. There's like 15 of you and you're all just collaborating, working together to get it
Yeah.
done. It's not
That.
yeah.
Like, oh, the president, like, no, you are. And even it's a big operation. And
Yeah.
so it's funny because when they are small teams that grow organically, like I'm sure a lot of the startups in the Bay Area are,
Yeah.
everyone knows everyone's intimate details,
Yes.
grew up together in the business and
Yeah.
stuff. But nonetheless, you were a C-suite. And I knew that right when you first came in, just the way you approached this business. I was like, yeah, you've done a lot of business in your life.
I've
Two
just
decades.
yeah, super lucky.
And well, I mean, like, do you have a favorite thing? Do you miss anything about that?
I I do and I think this will I the real estate's a really lonely business.
It is.
And it's high risk, but also high reward.
Mhm.
But you're taking all those risks on your own. It's very scary. And I really miss the team collaboration element of what I did for so long.
Yeah.
That's like those relationships are so rewarding. And it's a little bit harder to establish that, I think, in real estate.
Yeah, it is.
Yeah.
That's the formula everyone's trying to crack.
But it's just like the way that our industry is structured, it's not, it's hard to figure that out, the formula. Yeah.
Like, while you were knee deep in it, I mean, like, were there signs that you wanted to do something else? Did you ever feel like there was something missing, or did you get pushed into real estate because of something completely different?
I will say that during that time particularly when my boys were in grade school, like that age, and both playing sports, and I was traveling a ton, and I just kept thinking to myself, there has to be a better way. Like, I
Mhm.
love what I do, but I love my family more.
Yeah.
Yeah. And so, like, being able to be available for them and go to the games and do all that stuff was super important to me. And so I started being open to like something else, like
Mhm.
through that stage of life, just feeling like this is great, but it's not it.
'Cause it was just taking all your time. People don't understand
Yeah.
when you build companies like that, it's your life.
Like, I would be traveling, like, I'd have to fly to Rhode Island to meet with UNFI and then like, I'd be just traveling, meeting with distributors and sales reps, like, all over the country. And so
I've
I
lived on planes.
yeah, I mean, I loved it, but yeah, I missed my kids a lot.
Even the little bit of travel I've done for this, it is the weight of that is so heavy.
It's really hard
Your
to
kids
be
are FaceTiming you,
yeah.
like, trying to keep up with I definitely feel the pull of the family
Yeah,
when you're doing that.
yeah,
The emotional side of this for you, I think, and I have to ask, and so you were, I think, selling your house,
yeah.
right?
We had already moved out,
Okay.
thankfully. It was on the market and we were 8 days from closing. So we were
8
like
days.
right there.
Right there, and then tell me a little bit about that. Like, I'm just
Yeah.
when I've heard this story before, but to hear it again, I mean, like, 8 days before closing, you guys were taking another step in your life. What happened with all that?
So, and this is pretty common in the Bay Area, unfortunately. And a squatter broke into our house and changed the locks, and filled it with stolen goods. So we were checking on it regularly because it's a vacant house and like every day basically.
Mhm.
And the door wouldn't open. So we had to drill out the lock
Like, they had a locksmith change the locks,
or I don't even know how they did it.
something in there or
Y-
something.
yeah. Um, Went through the house, tried to return everything, called the police. Like if there was contact information on the stuff in the house, we were contacting people.
Yeah.
The squatter showed up and he's like, I signed a lease here and this is my buddy's place. And like the cops were there. It was a whole thing. And he's like, I need to get my stuff out. And we were like, that is not happening, sir. You're not allowed back in this house." And he said, "Well, I'm going to come back and burn it to the ground then." Like literally threatened us in front of the police and then broke in that night and like just doused the whole place with gasoline and set it on fire. Like truly. Yeah.
And the house burned down.
Oh yeah. Yeah. My realtor sold the neighbors their place. And so they called her and she called me. And that's how I found out, like in the middle of the night.
Like your house is on
Your
fire.
house is on fire. She was like, "You need to get up. Your house
That
is."
guy was a man of his word.
Mhm. Yeah.
And I mean, I'm talking like to the ground
So,
or just in shambles. It was
yeah, it wasn't salvageable. There was some of the structure left and we had a detached garage that was fine, but it wasn't salvageable. So,
what I mean, how do you even receive a call like that? I mean, 8 days before closing,
yeah.
water alone would put most people over the edge. Two boys ready to move. And then it's just like, I mean, you lose all hope essentially.
Yeah. It's interesting. I look back on that time and it feels like a different person went through that.
Yeah.
But it was months. It took us months to unwind everything. Like it was really complicated to work. So my agent recommended, I can't even remember the name of this person anymore, like a third party to basically handle all the negotiation with the insurance company.
Okay.
And that was a lifesaver because they jumped in.
So this was a good realtor.
Oh yeah, she was amazing.
Okay.
And we still stay in touch.
Okay.
So
Also,
yeah, she calls me like twice a year, like clockwork. It's amazing. Um, so yeah, we had to have the water damage mitigated. We had to have
yeah.
the property fenced off because it was a hazard. We had to have this third party start negotiating with the insurance company. And it took about 3 months to sort of let for the dust to settle and get
Where did you
everything sorted.
in the interim? Like, where did you go?
We were like a few miles away and we'd already moved. So we were okay. So we were in our place. It was fine. And I think for the boys, I look back on that too. And I think they weren't in the house, but for them, it was really scary
Yeah.
that something like that could happen.
And someone was capable of doing
Yeah. But we shielded them as much as we could from that. So,
the cold side of life. How old were they?
oh gosh. So Mason was in sixth grade and Logan then was in fourth grade.
Wow.
Yeah.
Women, just little boys.
They're babies.
And this, they didn't go see the fire. Like they didn't see any of that stuff.
No.
You just, you just covered their
Yeah.
on that one.
Yeah.
That's smart, mom.
Yeah.
Yeah.
They knew, but we just,
That's forever
yeah.
branded in their brain if they see something.
Yeah. They didn't
Was
see.
that the house they grew up in?
Yeah.
So they were born there and spent years and years there, and then
Yeah. They weren't born there, but we'd been there for some time.
yeah,
Yeah.
gosh. I remember when you first told me that. It's like you think about like closings from hell,
Yeah.
and then you actually were in it, like it was on fire.
And from my, like, now that I have the perspective of a realtor looking back on that, it's like you know, I can't even believe how she didn't skip a beat.
Yeah, what stood out there? Like, so she didn't skip a beat. She make you feel better about the whole situation?
Yep. She checked in on me constantly, put me in touch with every vendor I needed, um, kept me on track and and she sold it to an investor and got us out of it. It just took a few months.
Really?
We ended up making more money than we would have
Way.
had we closed
So it was a blessing in disguise in this weird
in a
way.
very weird way. It all worked out. And I mean, I remember we had so much support from our friends and community too. And we had a friend who was a contractor and he was like, "Honey, you're going to lose money on this. Like,
Yeah, I mean,
there's no way."
I would have thought I'd never would have thought you would have made money on
No,
this. It was just done.
yeah, he came and walked it and he's like, "I'm so sorry." And I was like, "No, we're not. We are not going to lose money on this. Like,
You're doing this.
we're going to figure this out." And it all worked out.
The boss lady here. Like, no, 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 hold on. There is a path here.
Yeah.
Well, I mean, and that just goes to show who you are because most people are worried about a leak or an inspection or someone's financing falling through and
Yeah.
your house was burned down by a squatter.
Yeah. So
to the
wild.
ground. And do you think that that was something that changed you? Did that give you a perspective on real estate that was like, I really liked what she did and I
Yes.
could do this? Did
It
she inspire you in a way?
Oh, absolutely. I think that um I didn't have a terrible opinion of agents
Yeah,
before that, but I also was like,
wasn't the best.
I'm pretty smart. I don't know. I think I can kind of figure this out on my own. Like
Right.
that was really not the case. And I just her actual like she actually changed the outcome of my life. And
Wow.
like she really did, if you think about it. Like if she had just been, if she'd been like, okay, I'm really sorry, we're
Like
terminating.
quintessential realtor.
Yeah. And just walked
Whoa,
away.
this is a little much for me now. Here's the lawyers and the people you need to call. I'm out.
Yeah. Which she could have.
Which most people probably would have.
Yes. It would, the outcome would have been very, very different.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So then you didn't just change careers at that time, you changed states.
Yeah.
And
Yeah.
did you come to Colorado first?
Yes. So we moved here in the summer of 2019
Okay.
and I started working on my license right away
Boom.
and got licensed
It was a
like,
great time.
yeah, well, I got licensed
Yeah.
kind of like in December, like just a few days before the end of 2019, I officially got my license. And then by March we were locked down
Yeah.
and I had
Lovely.
two middle school boys and I was stuck in a house and we didn't know anybody.
Homeschooled on Zoom.
God,
Oh my
yes.
gosh.
So that first year was, you know, I know it was a really interesting year in real estate in general, but for me particularly, I was like, I didn't know how to meet people, right?
Mhm.
I couldn't, yeah, we were on lockdown. So it was hard for me to figure out how to sell real estate.
And was it hard packing up the two boys and being like, we're going to Denver? Or were they like, were they excited?
No, they were pretty mad. Yeah, they were pretty mad. But we had a really, really great community in our neighborhood, really close friends, and it was heartbreaking, truly, for that because you beat yourself up as a parent so
Oh,
much.
yeah. You have
And
to lock in.
like I can talk about the house burning down all day long and not cry. Like, you know,
You're like, we made some money on
it
that
was
thing.
fine. Like, and it was, yeah, it was really traumatic, but it led to all these great things and all this great perspective. But my kids, yeah,
It just, why you're such a wonderful mom. And I think that you know how much work it takes to be a mom. And it's like, nobody knows. That's why I don't even really relate to a lot of the people on our team when they come and they complain about certain things. I almost want to go, ugh. Like, I almost want to give
I
like
think,
a over the top response, like, bruh,
yeah,
like
you probably
really
should. Yeah,
condescendingly.
yeah,
Like, get out of my face with this. Like, what are you gonna do? Go back to your parents' house
yeah,
and complain to them too next?
yeah, right.
And I'm like, you have no idea
Yeah.
what it takes to build certain parts of your life and how these conversations in your living room have taken place year after year and whether you were the good guy or you were picked the bad guy. And sometimes you are the bad guy with your
Yeah.
kids.
Oh, for sure.
And when they're younger, you're like the hero.
Yeah.
When they're really little, you're the hero and that you could do no wrong because they don't know any different. And then as soon as they cross like 12, 13, 14, all of a sudden it's like their brains evolve. They're talking to other friends that have had their own traumas,
Yes.
their own texts. They're talking to people on the phone. They're gaming, talking to people.
Oh, yeah.
They're just a little more plugged into the world and their opinions start to change and shift. And I always know because my son will ask me a question out of nowhere. And I'm like, how long have you been thinking? I would say that to him, and I'm like, well, you were 9.
Yeah.
So we had just moved into the, yeah, okay. Well, what made you think about that, buddy?
Yeah.
He's like, I don't know. I was just thinking about it. And I'm like, and then for the rest of the day, I'm like, yeah. And so I've had to kind of rewire. And therapy works. I don't know if like I'm a big promoter in therapy
Oh, for
because
sure.
it is when you get the right therapist,
Yes.
person that has like also been through things
Yes.
and might even be a little vulnerable and be like, I've been through that. You're like, wow, really? And they'll share a little bit of their experience where they won't really give you advice, but they'll say, this is what I went through.
Right.
I love someone who can like
Yeah.
banter with me about trauma.
Yeah.
And instead of being like this Ivy League
Yeah.
person who really didn't go through much hardship and they have the degree and they're really smart. I never got along with
Me neither.
that. And I've tried. I've shopped there.
Me too. Yeah.
Like people shop realtors.
No, it's true.
It's insane. To pivot from that,
Yeah.
I think a lot of people see your success in here and it's like this mystery. I know what you do. Mikey knows what you do. Gunnar knows what you do. Isaac knows what you do. Mike Krieger, like the Tanya, Nicole, and leadership people that know the game can look at you and go, "Oh, she's working her butt off all the time." Right. And so, but I think that when people see your name and they see what you do, and then they see how how graceful you come around and how kind you are, and how soft spoken you are, they don't know,
Yeah.
like they think it's luck or they think we're giving you the good leads or something.
Yeah.
And so they don't really see the road that you're on. They just see the KPIs
Sure.
successful. And they don't tell me this. I just know
Yeah.
that it's
That's just
happening.
human nature.
Um, so you got into real estate
Yeah.
2019,
Yeah.
2020, we get locked down your first quarter of being like, this is my new career.
Yeah.
What surprised you as you got in? Was that your hardest year? Talk a little bit about this, like the hardship. Like, did you realization something that surprised you when you got into it?
I think the first couple years and I consulted while I was building my business. So
Okay.
I was a single mom
Yeah.
and
You had to do
I
what you had to do.
yep. And it worked out well, but I was surprised. I just kept thinking to myself, if somebody would just give me a try, they would see how good I am. Like,
Client, you mean?
yeah,
Yeah.
because as a new agent, even if you're established professionally in other areas, it is really difficult to go out there and convince somebody to make this giant purchase with you. And so I did my first couple of years, I think I did about 5 million each year, which
Which is phenomenal.
yeah, looking back, I'm like, that was amazing. Yeah.
It's phenomenal.
And so, and I had some consulting income coming in. So we were good. But I do think like that it is so, even if you are well established in a community, even if you grew up here and it's like you get your license, that piece, that starting your business is harder than anybody expects it will be ever.
Okay.
That's I mean, it was for me.
Yeah. I mean, I would argue that that was for anyone.
Yeah.
Like that no matter who you are, who you were,
Yeah.
you still need someone to see that and give you a chance, give
You,
you a shot.
you still need someone to give you a shot. Yeah.
And they don't want to.
And
They don't
there's
trust you.
that's understandable.
Yeah.
Like I get it.
And we're a dime a dozen. I think
And
there's like 36,000 of us in Colorado.
isn't that bananas?
I think that there's 6 realtors for every listing right now
Oh my
in
golly.
Colorado.
Goodness. Like again, I feel so grateful. That is just nuts.
Imagine as a consumer, when they get lucky enough to find you or me or someone that really cares.
Yeah.
Because I would venture to say that 5 of the 6, they don't care, they're in it for the money, the fame, the glitz, the glam, the
Yeah.
Instagram, the whatever.
Yeah.
And then there's that person like your realtor in the Bay Area or you or how certain folks act in here of just client first, whether it's a $125,000 piece of land or it's a $4 million house.
Yeah.
And you've done both,
Yeah.
right? Um, have you ever wanted to quit
Oh God. All the time.
on the way here?
Like,
Otherwise, she canceled this interview.
yeah. I feel like you once said to me, if you don't want to quit once a quarter, you're not doing real estate.
Yeah.
And that is true. And it's not because I dislike it. Of course, I love it
Yeah.
so much. But if you give a shit, you are holding people's big feelings
Yeah.
all day, every day. And when you have a lot of transactions happening, there are definitely times where I'm just wiped. Like I'm just,
Emotionally.
yes.
And you're an empath, I think, by
Oh God,
nature.
yes. Like,
Like
yeah.
you can tell when the vibe is off.
Yes.
And you care so deeply for your clients that I'm sure they probably open up to you about everything because that's just who you are.
For the
But
most part.
I've So I know that you just have that skill of like comfort when they're around. They're like, I'm going to tell you about my divorce. I'm going to tell you
Yeah.
the death that just happened, the house that you're going to sell, and why we need every penny. And you just take it on.
Yes. I,
And you have four, five, six of those at the same time and curating new business.
yes.
It does make you want to quit. What's kept you in it
Um,
and not going, I'm going back to C-suite life. I'm going to take the,
when I really, anytime I get exhausted, I sit down and think about like, is there any other life I'd want? And the answer is no. So I'm going to keep doing it.
I love it.
Yeah. Cause I mean, really, okay, what are the options? I mean, yes, I would love to retire someday and I have all kinds of dreams about that. But
Yep.
even then, I don't imagine I'll stop altogether.
No,
Like, I
it's
just,
not in you.
no, there's just something about this that's so special and magical and such a gift.
Yeah.
Yeah.
We're very fortunate.
Yeah.
I used to say that at the closing table, like when they were like, Alex, thank you so much. And I'd say, no, no, no.
Yeah.
Thank you so
Yes.
much
And
for
look,
giving me the chance to sit here
that's exactly right.
because you could have picked anyone.
You guess you could
You
have.
could have picked anyone. And so I was so grateful every time. And then you joined B1
Yeah.
in October of 24.
Hmm.
I remember when you came,
Yeah.
and I remember feeling like eerily similar to when we interviewed Tanya.
Really.
You guys are very similar to business minds, very systems driven, very process driven, not same career like fields, but very
Yeah.
much so like high level where you were before. And I remember Mikey and I saying, oh my gosh, we're going to need to level up if Erin comes on
Oh, gosh.
because these are the people that make you better because you need a list. Like they know they have more experience in certain areas than we do. It's not, no offense to any of like the younger kids coming in and
No.
everything,
Yeah.
but it's like, there are certain people that have had life experience that come in and they go, hey, I want to be part of this. And you're like, as the owner or the broker owner or whatever, you're going, oh my gosh, we have to make sure
Yeah.
that this goes well. So I was so excited when you came. I was nervous. I really was because I wanted to make sure that this was a place that someone like you
Yeah.
could thrive and grow with. What made you even like want to come to be one of all places?
Um, well, I had a friend on the team, as you know, and she was talking to me about it. I went and had coffee with her, and she was telling me all about the team. And I had this feeling because 2024 was my hardest year ever.
Okay.
I mean, ever in
Okay.
professionally,
Yeah.
just market wise.
Yeah. That was a weird year.
I'd had really solid, consistent business, thankfully. And then 2024, I still was lucky to be transacting, as we all know now. But like at the time, my business really decreased and I just bought a house and
Yeah.
I owned two houses. I had two kids. I was single. I was like, I'm scared out of my mind, like scared out of my mind.
It's the pressure just
Yeah.
it's
And so I went and had coffee with Anne and she was telling about the team and there was something about it. And I just felt like it just felt like a life preserver had been thrown to me. Like that is how it felt.
okay.
And so I thought, how cool that there's structure in place to have support and have a plan B and a plan C and other opportunities. And it just felt like a really different way to approach real estate. And
It was just so easy for you. No, it wasn't. What I love about before even that not to even give you like scripted questions, I think what I will say to you to give you some flowers, what no one sees is the amount of showings.
oh God, yeah,
You said yes to everything.
yeah,
And I was curious because either someone with your background comes in and there's like a level of like, I'm too good.
oh yeah,
And because it goes one of two ways.
yeah,
And and we've experienced this dozens of times.
I'm sure. Yeah,
And it's like, that's why we're always hesitant. It's like, oh man, they're either going to be who they look and appear to be, but because this is so unattractive when you get in it, because you can see all the, oh wow, this is great. And then you get the call
yeah,
on a Sunday evening
yeah,
and they want to go to see the house in 45 minutes. and you
And you do
just
it.
sat with your boys
Yes.
and you just made dinner and you go, okay, I have a choice to make. This is only $275,000 condo. It's 35 minutes from here.
Yeah.
I don't know this person.
Yeah.
You said yes, 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 yes. And it was like incredible to see you do that because I don't even think you knew it, but the amount of inspiration
Yeah.
and belief that you instilled in people under you is really cool because I don't think that people like you know that
Mm-mm.
because you're just going. You're not looking this way or
Yeah.
looking for where your name is on the stats.
Nope.
You're not posting, oh, another closing today and let me raise my hand to just talk.
Yeah.
Like you literally just put your head down and grinded through this. And I think you kind of lifted your head up the end of last year.
Yeah.
And it was like, that's, I think, the first time you actually picked your head up was like as you were closing out the year and you're like, whoa.
I had no idea. I
Uh,
really,
I don't even think you knew what you were
no,
like, where you were with GCI or with any, I don't like, maybe you did because you know your business, but like, I don't think that that was what was driving you.
no. I mean, I track my numbers because, of course.
Yeah.
But um, yeah, 2024 was so scary for me that I was like, I'm going to check my ego at the door and do whatever it takes. Like,
Yeah. Yeah.
what else?
Yeah.
And I just remember working so hard that year, loving it. And I had a lot of fun. Like, I love meeting new people. Like, it's just, I love it. And, but I really wasn't, I don't, I don't look at other agents' volume.
No,
It's like a promise I've made to myself because I want to
I
treat,
still don't.
want to treat them based on how they're acting in the transaction
Yeah.
and not bring in other, information. And
Yeah.
I just don't compare myself to other people in this industry because
Yeah.
you can't. And what's success for you is for you and for you. And it's totally different for everyone. And and God, we all have such different styles of work and approach to this and communication. And so I just had my head down.
Well, so speaking of joy, let's
Yeah.
say that as a comparison as a thief of joy, I want to talk to you about move to joy.
Yeah.
And when you talked to me about this, I was like, yes, like do this, and you deserve to build whatever you're building. Like you need to keep going.
Yeah.
And I would be the biggest hypocrite in the world if I stood in the way of any of that stuff because I too have forged
Right.
what I want to do. And so we've always felt that way of like, there's certain people and you just go, whoa, go. Yeah, go run as fast as you can.
Yeah.
So it's called Move to Joy.
Yes.
I love this concept because it is different. Most people that come and sit in front of me, as you can imagine, it's all about marketing. It's all about more sales, luxury.
Yeah.
How do I get into luxury?
Yeah.
How do I do so much less and make so much more?
Right.
Because man, last year was hard.
Yeah.
Instead, you kind of closed out this monster year, like a career changing year
Yeah.
for you. And
Genuinely.
then you knew what you're capable of so you launched Move to Joy. And so like what exactly, like give us just a little bit of what Move to Joy is, the story behind it. Maybe not necessarily like the systems and processes,
Sure.
just the overall like encompassing.
Sure. I think really it's just about acknowledging that there is a lot of facets to this transaction.
Mhm.
And it's not just numbers on paper and it's not just checking off home features. It's a lot more than that and making sure that we give the time and attention to the entire picture so that the next home that you're buying really genuinely is an improvement in quality of life. Like that's the goal. And it just I wanted to give a framework for that so that twofold. One, so that really it's like a holistic approach to it. And two, so that if you're in a couple, you guys make decisions differently. You have different priorities, like getting on the same page about all that stuff and taking the pressure off. There's usually one partner that's like holding, the basket for those big
Yeah.
decisions and taking the pressure off that one partner and making it something where it's like they're workshopping it together.
Yeah.
right? They're in it together and everybody's going to get their needs met. And it's not on one person to make sure that everybody gets their needs met.
And is that your like the human design?
Yep. So human design is a framework for that.
Okay.
I think people, it can be as big of a part of the conversation or as little of a part of the conversation as you want. We've got like other tools to work through,
Okay.
but it's just it's like, think about Myers-Briggs. We all had to have done those. It's just another tool for understanding how you naturally make decisions.
And have you found this has really helped your couples?
Yeah.
Really?
Yeah.
'Cause that was hard for me,
Yeah.
managing the dynamic of couples. And so you sort of figured out this almost algorithm
Yes.
to say, hey, you're both going to make different decisions at different times and feel differently at different times.
And that's okay.
Here's a formula for this.
Yes. Like, and let's get that sorted out first, by the way.
Yeah.
Yeah. So, like, let's look at your practical goals, but let's look at all your aspirational and emotional and all the other things. And, like, let's get that sorted. And then we start to look at houses. And, things evolve as you're looking at houses in real time. And that's okay. It's not like, the list you arrive at before we look at homes is set in stone, but
Yeah.
it's like at least we're all working together and understand what the objectives are.
Yeah. I mean, what I love about it is it's such a niche
Yeah.
move that we could talk about it on here. You could put it on, oh, here's bullet point 1 through 10.
Yeah.
Here's what it is. And you could present it to a whole audience of 1,000 people, and five of them would be like, I'm doing this today.
Yeah.
But would they have the life experience, knowledge to actually go through like the psychology behind it? Like it takes you can't just like
No.
in it. You have to really go through like your program and what it is to know what Move to Joy is. And I think that you could build something really special with that.
I mean, I just want to deliver um an experience that represents how significant this is.
Yeah.
That's really what it is. And I think people sometimes minimize their personal joy in these decisions.
Mhm.
And it's like your home should support you in that way. Like
Mhm.
it really should be that vessel. Like I think a home is like a vessel of love. It's a vessel of prosperity. It's a
Right.
vessel of memories. It's a
Right.
vessel of safety. Like it's all these really important things. Let's
Yeah.
be sure we look at all of that.
I believe that wholeheartedly. And you clearly believe that homes are wealth building tools as well.
Absolutely.
And talk a little bit about that. Like, what do you think is one mistake families go into buying?
Um, yeah, I say to clients every single day, it's a long term game.
Yeah.
Yes, we've had a wild market for the last 6 years, but so let's prioritize the property itself and your happiness in there. And if you stick with it, you're not going to lose.
Yeah.
Like put yourself in a situation where you don't have to sell, so you can wait till it's appropriate, and you are gonna win every single time.
Yep.
It's when people have to sell that things can get a little dicey.
So you're explaining this in your process of
Oh,
just
yeah.
like what this can actually do for your financial future.
Yes, and that's
I
a
think a
huge.
lot of agents miss that conversation.
Really? Because
Oh yeah.
to me, it's like that.
Yeah.
That's there's. Oh my god! It's so, to me. It's the number one opportunities we all know to build wealth in our country.
Mhm.
Yeah.
Has been since the beginning of time.
Yep.
It's one of the first transactions in history.
And I tell my clients, look, I've had a house burned down. I had to short sale a home because of a divorce. Like I haven't won every time either, but I'm still buying and selling real estate
Right.
because I believe in it.
Right. And then do you like how do you think people should think differently about real estate? I mean, is it just the wealth or is it everything you just mentioned? Like we need to can't just look at this as like, oh, I'm gonna buy a home because someone told me to get pre-approved and buy a home.
Yeah, and I do think a lot of people are listening to their parents and listening
Yeah.
to their friends and listening
Yeah.
to social media and getting all kinds of, you know, conflicting and confusing advice. And I do think it comes back to at least what what I said about a house being a vessel. It is a vessel for all of those things, and
Yeah.
it needs to match who you are, and it's an expression of you, and just really looking at it that way versus some people look at it as purely an investment. It's not that either, right? There's this middle ground, and I guess what I would say is like,
And that's how you talk to your clients, isn't it?
oh, yeah,
100%.
absolutely.
And do you think people are they still nervous? People still nervous about buying homes, you think?
Oh, absolutely.
Yeah.
I mean, if you're going to spend more than $500,000 and you're not nervous, like,
Mhm.
let's have a conversation about that because there's something else going on. Because, of course, it's a huge commitment, you know?
Let's talk about this.
Yeah.
This just
It's okay.
lackadaisical approach you have to these kinds of things.
Yeah. It's okay to be nervous. And everybody needs varying levels of comfort and information and research. And you know this. I mean, I have clients that really need a lot of time and a lot of data. And then I have clients who make decisions just instantly based on their gut. And both approaches are fine.
And do you have it all set up like a website platform for Move to
Mhm.
Jewelry and
Yep.
all this? Okay, cool. Yeah, we'll promote that. I mean, I think that it's cool. I think that what you're doing is amazing. The first time you brought it to me, I was like, no brainer. Like, yeah, just build that,
Yeah.
build it. And I'm so happy for you. I'm gonna rapid fire you some questions.
Okay.
Um, coffee or tea
Coffee.
or Diet Coke?
I mean, Diet Coke is like, yeah, it's daily on my list. Yes.
Somebody sent me a meme that was like, if somebody is having a hard day, bring them a Diet Coke.
Seriously. I get one can a day. And like that is I look forward to it so much.
They're so good.
They're so good.
So good.
Yep.
Mountains or beach?
Beach.
Beach. Any beach in particular?
Well, I'm very partial to the West Coast, of
Yeah.
course, because grew up there.
Yeah, of
Yeah.
course. Favorite place in Colorado?
Gosh, that's a tricky one. Like I want to say home.
Yeah.
It's true.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's my
Yeah.
my house.
My house. Yeah. Yeah.
One book everyone should read in their life.
Oh gosh. I read a ton and I basically only read nonfiction, super dork. Um,
The
but
real
yeah.
You're a real reader then.
Yeah.
It's not just self-help books.
No. I love, and this is kind of a self-help book, but it's this book called Psycho-Cybernetics. Have you read
Okay.
it?
No.
It's from the 1960s.
Psycho
Psycho-Cybernetics.
cybernetics.
And it's from the 60s. It was a plastic surgeon. So he's a, medical doctor. And it's the whole book, totally scientific approach to this. But he was trying to understand why outcomes were so different for his patients. He would do one nose job and do another nose job, and one person's life would change and the other person's life wouldn't. And he was like, what is happening here? It's a
Mm,
fascinating book.
that's cool.
Yeah.
That's why I wanted to ask you about biggest leadership lesson. That might be a loaded question.
Oh no. I think it's so basic. Um, encouragement and is so much more productive than criticism.
Mm,
Praise is so much more productive always.
yeah. Yep. Praise in public, criticize in private. Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, yeah.
Best advice you ever received.
Oh gosh. Best advice I've ever received. I think um trusting yourself. Like you know the answer.
Yeah.
We look outside of ourselves so
I like that.
much and we don't make decisions because we're like, I need to read a little more. I need to get somebody else's input. I need
Yeah.
to take this certification. I need to whatever, whatever. You
Yeah.
actually know.
I completely and wholeheartedly agree there. Favorite family tradition.
Oh, yeah. Gosh, I'm a Christmas nut, like Christmas nut. And this is going to go away, but I love matching Christmas pajamas on Christmas Eve.
Doesn't have to go away. Your boys will come to see you on Christmas Eve.
Yeah, we'll see.
I don't know. My mom still gets me to do it,
Yeah,
and I'm 41,
it's the best.
so
It's the best.
I just do it
Yeah.
because that's my mom's Christmas.
Yeah, Christmas is,
Thanksgiving's way up there for our family,
yeah,
because we were so poor that Christmas was like always kind of like a
stressful.
yeah.
Yeah,
But I would say yeah, Christmas matching pajamas. Keep it going.
so cute.
Keep it going. Dream vacation.
Anywhere that has beach and like really good fresh food and
Mm,
great wine.
great wine.
Yeah.
I love it. If you were not selling real estate today, what do you think you'd be doing?
Living on a hobby farm.
A hobby farm?
Yes,
What is that?
it is. This is my definition. I'm sure there's lots of definitions in the
Okay.
world, but like, I want like a huge vegetable garden. I want an orchard. I want
Okay.
like two goats and like, some chickens. And I'm not trying to be productive food wise for anybody else, but just us.
For you guys.
Yeah. Hobby
I like
farm.
that hobby farm.
Hobby farm.
That's cool. Um, Last question. What does we say it all the time, what does be 1% better every day mean to you? So it means something different, I feel like, to everyone.
I really love that idea because I think it takes the pressure off a lot of, high achievers. Um, think it takes these like monumental quantum leaps, and it doesn't. Like just relax a little bit. All
Yeah.
you have to do is you make 1,000 decisions every day. Just try to move that needle a little bit. And yeah. And that's all any of us needs to do.
That's like your whole like you embody 1% better every day with just your actions. Like you've come and it hasn't just been overnight. Like
Oh,
you've just steadily grown and gotten better and better. But even since I met you, I've just seen the whole totally different version of you from the day you walked into today.
I mean, here's the
Just glad to be a little small part of it. So
you're so sweet to say that. I think this industry is you learn something every single
yeah,
transaction. And if you aren't, you need to think about that
yeah,
because no agent is perfect. And you do have the opportunity to get better at your job every single day in
yeah,
this role. And that's amazing.
yeah.
Yeah.
This was awesome.
Thank
You see
you.
how easy that was?
Well, wait till I see the footage.
Yeah. We'll only split out and like and we don't have to do the whole YouTube video.
Yeah. Yeah,
We
please.
could
Cause
just do reels.
let's cut the part where I cried.
It's literally
Yeah.
yeah, I will. AI will I'll say cut
Yeah.
this and then
Don't let her be
take it.
crying. Yeah.
Um but like we don't have to do long form at all. We could just do like, hey, here's the 10 shorts that I think would
Yeah.
best be
And that's what I
good for
think
you.
what from what I understand, so searchable on YouTube. It's like, that's why you need to have it there, right?
Hmm.
Um, well, thank you.
This was awesome.
I
This is
appreciate
my
it.
favorite interview I've done so far.
Really?
Yeah, it was just the most authentic.
Oh gosh.
Everyone else tried to be like, so I don't know, it was just because the camera and everything,
Yeah,
no matter what, it kinda shakes the natural side of almost anyone out because they
totally.
think, "Okay, this is other people are gonna see this, or they're gonna listen to this, and I need to answer this way because it is public." Even though I would answer this way, I feel like you just
Yeah, I didn't. Hopefully, I didn't
No, I thought it was amazing.
because that
All good stuff.
that people should work with people that they relate to,
Yeah,
and that is not going to be me for everyone, and that is okay.
yeah,
You know,
yeah,
there's an agent out there for everyone.
there is.
Yeah.
Mitch and I were talking about that yesterday of, like, there was a realtor in California that was running around and ripping, Black Lives Matter signs out of the yards, and it was, like, got all the footage, like, everyone's Ring camera was capturing this person, and then come to find out, she was, like, kind of a public, figure
Mhm.
when it came to the real estate world, and this half of the world canceled her,
Yeah.
rightly so.
Yeah.
"What are you doing?"
Yeah.
But then there was this pocket
That like we're like she's our gal.
that was like, "She's our gal,"
Oh my god.
and she, like, blew up.
Isn't that
And we were talking about this yesterday, and it was like, that's crazy to me, right? And, like, this kid that posted as Jacob in here, that did you see he posted this reel?
Mm-mm.
He has 2,800 followers.
Yeah, amazing.
He gets, like, 30 likes to 50 likes on his stuff.
Yeah.
Like, it's just normal
Yeah.
engagement. He posted a reel of losing fantasy football. He lost fantasy football, and his punishment was he had to go take the ACTs. So he did a day in the life of
Oh,
what a grown man going to take the ACTs, and he got 2 million views. It went viral.
whoa.
2 million views. He's sitting in here right now. 2 million views, like tens of thousands of likes, thousands of shares. And so I was like, get in here.
Yeah.
Let me see your reel
Yeah.
because this is blowing my mind because when I look at your profile, that's not supposed to happen. Would
Yeah.
you boost it? He was like, no. Then what we found out was like the fantasy football community
Yes.
blew it up because
Yes.
they wanted to show like and promote fantasy football and how and how great he did this, like, dance because it
Oh.
was clean, like, his reel was, like
Yeah.
was a clean reel, and
Yeah.
his very like, soothing voice, like, kind of dialogue and narrating it, and I'm like, "I'll be damned." I said, "Well, now the pressure's on, buddy.
Yeah.
What are you gonna do next?" And he's like, "I don't know." And you could tell that he's got this kind of weird window to post something else,
Yeah. That kind of
and
pressure.
but it's like a they do it to stand-up comedians a lot,
Oh.
where a stand-up comedian will go and have, like, an amazing TikTok following,
Mhm.
give them a Netflix special,
Ah,
and then they'll
yes.
go out and they'll do okay because 'cause they're not used to this platform, and then they want them to do another one, and they can't keep up.
Yeah.
They don't have enough material,
Yeah.
and it's like, so maybe I was just like, "Man, that's a lot of pressure."
Yeah, it is a lot of
2,000,000
pressure.
views and all that, like, because now you can really capitalize on this, and all of a sudden you can be this guy, and he got, like, 2 phone calls, 2 listing presentations out of it, like, immediately.
Amazing.
So I'm like, it does work. It's crazy how social media works. It's weird to me.
It's the only way to relate to people at scale.
Mhm. And then to see who your personality
Yeah, who you really are.
and not be afraid of it. Like, I would just say, like, when I send you these, just post them.
Just
And
don't watch them again. Yeah.
yeah, just put them on a reel, do a cool caption,
Yeah.
and then that way you just do, like, 1 a week for the next 4 or 5 weeks, so that we just have it in there of
Yeah.
good answers and some closed captions, and then that way it's just some content
Yeah, I'll
that you don't
definitely
even have to think of because a lot of people won't. Like, I've started sending these out to everyone.
and they're not posting them.
No, they're like, I'm telling you, they're afraid. They're afraid, like, "Oh my god, I've only got 22 likes on the last one or 17 likes." And I'm like, "Dude, I had 6 likes."
But the likes doesn't even matter because people are silently watching. Even if they're not liking or commenting, they're watching. Like I have people all the time be like, "Oh, I saw this." And I'm like, "You didn't like it?